Alright. Hey, what's going on, guys? It's me, Louis. I know this is gonna be out of the ordinary to what I post, but I want to say a few things and, you know, uh, bring awareness to men's mental health for this month. And I just wanted to talk, or just let things out. And obviously, I'm open for, anyone else reaching out, or anyone else want to like talk or have questions or just want to say anything, they're free to that. Everyone deserves to be heard and seen. I know I'm not sure how it is in, today's world where people just want to like, oh, just bottle up or this and that, or you're a man, take it. It's like, it doesn't matter if you're a man, woman, if you're told to do something you're comfortable with, or told like you just don't do this because it's bad, or not it's bad, but like just don't do it. Like that's you're being like shut out from feeling human. We have emotions, we all go through it, we all feel for a reason. That's what makes us human. And I just want to say, you're going through it. You're not alone. You're never alone when you feel like you are. You truly aren't. You're always gonna have people, family, friends, anyone to talk to. I've been at that mindset before, and it's really mad. And it really sucked being in that mindset. It was so draining, and it really affected my behavior with friends, family, relationships. I felt really awful. It really like made me feel not me. I didn't feel like myself who I used to be. I I could say I'm back to who I am. Initially, like I'm not who I used to be. People change for the greater, for the worse, but you're gonna be true to yourself one way or another. If you try bearing who you are, you're trying to be something you're not. It takes a toll. It really takes a toll on you. For me, it took a while, cause you know me. I'm shy, but once you get to know me, I'm loud. I'm funny sometimes. I don't know. uh, I get more talkative. Um, but that's only the initial. Like the initial start is like, yeah, I'm shy, but like, underneath that, there's a personality, there's a heart. There's a me. There's like the real me that I show to everyone else. I do not hide myself at all. I don't hide myself because what reason is there to hide yourself? There's no reason to hide yourself. And that's something I want to bring up to anyone watching or hearing out what I have to say. You always want to be yourself. No matter what, if you're cringe, be cringe. If, you're a loser, be a loser. If you're nerdy, be nerdy. If you're smart, be smart. Whatever your qualities are, you gotta bring them out. And, th a lot of times people are gonna be, insecure because they were bullied, or, they just don't think they'll like to show off who they are. There are those cases sometimes, but sometimes that's just not the end of the world, you know? Sometimes you think things and you overthink. Sometimes the things you overthink don't even happen. So always be free, be yourself, be free. Who cares what people say? Sure, you'll get looks. Um, Maybe people talk, but I mean, be yourself. At the end of the day, what matters is that you are yourself. What matters is that like it doesn't matter what people think. Just stay true to yourself, no matter what. And with that, that's really gonna help a lot because the more you are yourself, the more you're gonna feel like, you know, you're more happy with yourself. You're more accepting within yourself. That's also like what I believe in as well because the more I brought it myself, the more I was like less miserable. I was less, you know, less of what I was trying to not to be. Or does that make any sense? Sorry. So I slowly was being myself again, and showing that off really helped, and especially boosts up my, mental health. Like it made me feel good. It made me feel way better. There's no negative energy. I don't give a negative energy. You know, I stay pure. Yeah, like I'm gonna say like some stupid stuff like with my friends or like fuck you piece of shit like like eat a dick, but like at the end of the day, let's all joke. So we all know we're all joking. Yeah. Um. So we're all imperfect in the end, but we all stay pure. We all stay, humble. Loving as well. Loving is really important. I believe you need to learn how to love yourself in order to love others, because you also deserve the credit. You also deserve to be loved. You know, like if you think you don't, you especially you have to love yourself. Oh crap. You have to love yourself. You always gotta put yourself within the love as well. Even okay. Let me say something. For a while I didn't love myself, mainly because I just didn't think I needed to love myself. I always loved others, but how can I love others if I can't love myself? I won't be reaching that full potential of, treating others with kindness if I can't treat myself with kindness. I can't treat others with love and gentleness and with care if I can't do that for myself. So that's why I strongly believe if you take care of yourself, if you love yourself, then you'll truly be able to branch out and love others the same way you love yourself as well. And it isn't for, oh, like you love yourself and like being narcissistic or being egotistical. No, you just need to love yourself to show yourself, like you have to care about yourself as well. It's not being selfish. You just need to self-love, you know? Damn it. You just need to self-love. That's all it is. It's just self-love. I'm not sure if you guys will agree with what I'm saying, or if this is helping you guys at all. I know, like, this is different to what I'm posting, because, yeah, it's all silly in games, but, aside from silliness and goofiness, I can get serious, I can get, deep. That's the thing part of me. I could get really deep and be really stupid. I feel like that's a good quirk of mine. Good little thing that I could do. I kind of like drag some Guardians of the Galaxy, just logs in randomly. But I mean, for the most part, being silly and goofy, maybe that's all life is. Because I want to bring life. I want to not bring life. I want to put some happiness into life. Because not like life isn't and shouldn't always be gloomy, miserable. I know it sucks sometimes. It really does. But we gotta make, most of it. We gotta make what life is. We gotta make, our own life and how it is and how it should play out. Don't let life get the best of you. You have to control your life. You gonna get like hold life in the neck and fucking strangle that shit. But I mean, you get the point. Even when you don't have control over things, you also don't have to like control everything as well. If you can't control things, then let it out. Like, just let it go. But for the things you can do, then by all means, strangle that shit and control the way. This is bad. The way I'm saying is really bad, but if it's to get the point across, and if you understand what I'm trying to say, um, it's within your own control. But whatever's within your own control, you take control. With however you want to do or please, you do it. But yeah. Fuck. Was sorry. I forgot what I was gonna say. Or not. I forgot what we were on topic about. Oh yeah, the self-love. Control what you need to control. At the end of the day, that's something you need to always remember. Just be yourself. Learn to be loving. It's not weakness. Let you know. It's never weakness to show that you care. It's never weakness. Showing emotion is not weakness. It's actually strength. Does it sound corny? Maybe. The way I'm saying it, but I mean it's the truth, Because it's really hard to express and speak your thoughts sometimes, and that's the strength that you have, is having that courage to speak out and that bravery to talk about what you need to talk about. I feel like that's strength. That's not weakness. Weakness is, not being able to speak out at all. Not knowing what you need to say. That's the weakness that I see. Strength is what you project. Strength is what you need to let out. What you have to say, things you want to, think, or thoughts that you wanted to say out loud. Sure, it's scary. That's understandable. But that's where the strength comes from. It's never weakness. So these are just some small points that I want to say that would help for self-improvement that I've gathered personally. Because no matter what happens, what you do, you're always going to be okay. Like, the way I see it, and I'm gonna get, oh shit, I almost hit a aminal. The way I see it, during 2024 and half of 2025, I was really in a rough patch. I really was, and it sucked, really. It really did suck, but knowing that I had friends and family backing me up, helping me, hugging me, having that support, it really means a lot. It really does mean the world to me. I love my family, I love my friends. I do as much as I can for them and for my family as well. Yeah, so during that time, I was in a rough patch. Who I am now is completely different to who I was before. I was really broken, I was hurt, extremely hurt. I was lost, I felt lost, I was doing stupid stuff. But, I overcame that. I really did, and I'm proud of myself for that. Because at the end of the day, whatever happened to me, it didn't change who I am. Yeah, it did hurt, yeah, I was gloomy, yeah, like, I was going through it, I was really going through it. But that didn't change me, I didn't turn bitter. I didn't get angry at the world. I didn't scream at the world. I didn't blaspheme God. I was healed. It just takes time. It really did, and I told myself that continuously, even though it felt for eternity. All it is just time. And I strongly believe that time did help a lot. Even you just gotta have the patience for it. You really do. And that's the thing that you'll learn, or that will teach you, is learning how to do a lot of things. Learning how to be patient, loving, gentle. You get taught a lot of things. You realize a lot of things. But within the realization, you realize that no matter how it hurts, how many times you fall, how many times, you fail, you always get back up. Get back up, even if it hurts. You get back up even if you don't think you can. You always do. One way or another, you get back up. I know some of you won't think that, or won't believe that, but you really do. It just takes time. You won't think it right now, but at some point, one day, not now, not tomorrow, but one day, you'll see that as well. And once you realize it, then you will remember, what happened. You won't realize it until you do realize it. I hope that makes sense, because for me, that's how it felt like. I didn't realize like I was good until I realized, you know, that I was just grateful for what I have now. I was grateful, like, I'm alive, maybe things, went differently because I had to, you know. Things go the way they are because I had to. We don't know why. We don't know why things happen the way they do, but who knows if it's for protection from something even worse or from a redirection to something greater? We never know. But we all know, or I know, it always gets better. It always does. Even if there's some setbacks, the outcome is always, gonna be good. And I hate for people to like miss the opportunity and they don't see that or don't get the chance to see that because, you know, of within their deep thoughts and then their mental health gets the best of them, and it's really sad, you know. I'm thankful that I've never went down deeper in that route, but I'm grateful for what I have in my life, who was in my life, who will be in my life, um, because I mean, what's better than to have, you know, rich with friends and family and with people who are there to support you, you know? So I really do love that. I really do. I don't say it enough, but when I get a chance to, I always do say it. I always, get a chance to say that I love everyone in my life. Because they're a big part of me, and they were also there at my lowest. So, if you're seeing this, watching this, call your mom, call your dad, call your friends, call people you love, tell them that, obviously, like, don't, you're gonna, side note, don't say, like, you're gonna be, like, offing yourself, just say, like, just, hey, what's up, say, it's been a while, or, just really, like, appreciate them, because you never know when's the last time you're gonna be telling them that you love them, you know? This is for anyone who's still listening, and just wants to talk, or just wants to hear what I have to say. It really needs this talk, you know. You're free to welcome. You're free, welcomed, and you're loved. I don't know you. You don't know me, but just know that I love you. I love you. I don't know you, but I love you. I know that's weird to say. Maybe it's off-putting, but I mean, we're all human beings. You have to care and love each and single one of you guys. You know? And I feel like that's a thing not a lot of people hear. People don't hear that a lot. And I want to say, whatever you're going through, you know, doing better, if you're bad, just know, you know, it does get better. Just know that whoever you are, I love you and I'm proud of you. And I also don't think it's not that weird because I believe in words of affirmation are really important, and that's to why I am saying that. Because even me, I don't hear that a lot, but it's something that I want to hear, and I know people also want to hear that as well, but they don't get it. So a part of me believes in that mentality. When if I don't receive something, I don't know if I do that back. If I, how do I explain this? Sorry. Hey, Editor Louis here. I meant to say was I am the love that I give, not receive. So, yeah, sorry. So, if I feel like I want something like that, I'll know someone out there wants to hear those exact words. But because I don't hear it for myself, I give the opportunity to someone so they hear it. So, yeah. But it's no big deal because it brings me joy that I get to reciprocate that love to and care to someone. Even if I don't know them, I'll it gives me joy that I get to bring joy to others. And that's why I'm saying even if I don't know you, you know, I love you and I'm proud of you for how far you've come. Even with small to big achievements, a win is always a win, no matter how small it is. But yeah. Oh, damn it. Well, um, yeah. I tried to avoid that guy the last time, but oh well. Um, anything else I want to say? This is all raw, by the way. This is just all like unscripted. This is just all the top of my dome. That's I'm like saying you know, because like you know, I'm processing things, you know. I mean, at least you know like I'm genuine. There's no script whatsoever. So at least you get that bit of me, you know. Because I do want to say some things, or I did want to say some things, I just didn't know how. But I knew it was going to come out one way or another. So that was really on my mind, especially in this month for men's mental health awareness, and in general for anyone who else is dealing with this. You know, I'm here. You're never alone in this world full of billions of people. You know, just some things to think about. When you think you're alone, you're never not. Hmm. I want to say something else, but I don't know what else to say that I haven't already said. Hmm. Oh yeah. Um, positive. Positivity. To be clear. It's really hard to stay positive when things are negative. Uh, for me, I wasn't always optimistic, but once I got better and I saw that I was getting better, and then, you know, I realized like, you know, things do get better. That's when I'm like, okay, that's when I was starting to be more optimistic because you always want to be optimistic. You know, even when things aren't, it's always good to be positive and keep that bright light around you because it's a way to bring others up as well. And I know it's hard. It's really hard to like lift yourself up as well. Believe me, believe me, it is hard, but um, we do what we can. You know, I do what I can as much as I could, and I believe, you know, I believe being your own light is always good. When those aren't, when those around you aren't lights, be the light. Be the light when no one else could go. When someone is dim, be their light. As much as it's hard, as much as, sorry, as hard as it is, as hard as it sounds, be the light. You gotta be that light for others when they can't. It's a way to know, and it's a way to bring anyone closer. But yeah, I do know the struggles of staying positive, even when things are negative, but I don't know. I do not know how to explain that, because that's something that's new to me, so it's a feeling that I don't know how to describe. But I just know it feels good, and it feels right to be positive, to be optimistic, and be the light for those around you. Because you never know, if you're bright enough, they'll also be bright with you, you know? Kind of like a candle. Be the candle that lights everything up. In the darkness of things, be the candle. Light others with you. You know, lift them up as well. Be the candle. But I do want to go back a bit within positivity and being optimistic. I personally grew up with role models, specifically fictional role models like Superman, Optimus Prime, Spider-Man. You know, I grew up watching them, and those traits carry on onto me. I picked up those traits, being fatherly like Optimus, being kind and gentle like Spider-Man, and being hopeful like Superman. You know, being strong as well, being there for others. That's my strength. And, you know, Spider-Man's resilience, I picked it up as well. You always get back up. And Optimus, you know, the GOAT, by the way. He's fatherly. He never excludes anyone else. He always brings anyone together. He unites. And those are some things that I picked up growing up. Because yeah, sure, I had teen phase, I was rebellious, and that's when I started to like not be myself, which, you know, really sucked. I believe I was really evil. Not evil, but like really, I was terrible back then. I would mistreat people. My relationships, it was just terrible. I was just some monster. It didn't feel right, and it just felt so negative and miserable, just being that way. And I'm so glad and happy that's not who I am anymore. And I became and changed for the better. And I do believe people can change for the better. People can change. It's just on them. But yeah, closing this off, you have any questions, comments, if you want to, you know, say things, you want to reach out, or, you know, you just want to like add on to what I have to say, or disagree onto what I have to say, I'm open to that. I believe in, you know, uh, I believe in the intellect of individuals, meaning I'm an open book. So I always want to hear out people, whether they disagree or agree, and hear their thoughts. You know, I mean, that's just me. Not people like, I'm not gonna be like, oh yo, fuck you, man. You don't agree with me, fuck you. Punch your face. No, I'm gonna like, fuck you. No, I'm saying. Um, no, but yeah, like I said, just feel free to speak your mind, and remember, be yourself. Don't let others think that damn. Again, be yourself. Don't let others bring you down. Don't let others get the best of you. You are controlling within your own life. You know, don't let life control you. And be safe. Talk to one another. Be yourself. Love yourself. And I believe that's it. Yeah, that's it. God bless. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace.